Hey guys, it's B. Welcome back to my channel, and I wish everybody who's watching happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating, wherever you are in the world. We're in that limbo land between Christmas and New Year, and it's very cold and wintry suddenly here in the UK where I live. I am here to share what I got for Christmas. Little disclaimer, nobody needs a disclaimer, it is what it is, but how to say it, I wasn't going to do this, and sometimes I feel like hauls or what I got for my birthday, what I got for Christmas, to me anyway, feel sometimes a bit crass when there's really serious things going on and maybe a bit out of touch, and secondly, on the flip side of that, sometimes they're escapism and they're fun to watch. I've noticed in myself, and this is no judgment on anyone else, in recent months I have been watching less and less YouTube. I need to start searching for different types of channel, different types of content to follow, because I've been really into podcasts, I've been really into audiobooks, because I can do stuff while I'm listening, whereas if I have a screen on, then I kind of stop what I'm doing and watch. Anyway, I'm just, I don't know if it's a phase, if it's temporary, but I am less and less and less interested in luxury. I don't really want to see reveals, unboxings, not even really bothered with reviews. Maybe it's just a phase, but I'm finding I open the closet and look at my own luxury goods, and I see a collection of things that I enjoy using, just like I like clothes and shoes and makeup. That's how I see my handbags. But I definitely don't have them up on this pedestal anymore, that they're the be all and end all. And when I look at the quantity of them that I've got, I feel a little bit uncomfortable and a bit like, I think because of the way we're living now, it just seems a bit ridiculous. Anyway, so there's no luxury in this video. So if you came here thinking that I'm going to share a ton of Louis Vuitton and Chanel things I got for Christmas, I'm just letting you know that that's not what this is about. For me, this is about, I decided to do it ultimately because it's about showing you the thoughtful things. I'm doing that because there's a pile of stuff here to my left. The thoughtful things that my friends and family got me that are very personal to me, that I will enjoy. I've already started enjoying some of them. And it's just, if you just fancy seeing, and there might be things here that you like, and you've got vouchers and you think, oh, I might get that, you know, whatever. I love everything. It shows that people know me and took the time to get things that I would genuinely enjoy, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, I don't normally buy myself like a designer Christmas present. I know a lot of people do in the kind of luxe community, but I don't normally do that. I did treat myself this year, I think because of the whole pandemic thing. I just wanted one thing really badly, and I didn't think my husband would be able to find it or go through the rigmarole of ringing a Chanel essay and all that. So I did treat myself to the CC brooch. I've worn it a couple of times. Got to be honest, it's going to take a bit of getting used to wearing a brooch, because I fretted and kept checking it was there like 100 times. I need to get over myself. And I also treated myself to something that felt quite seasonal and semi-Christmassy, but I didn't want it to be one of the ones that I could only wear at Christmas, and that is one of these Ralph Lauren bear jumpers. So this has got some Christmassy vibe in that it's got like Nordic stitching around there, but to me, I'm going to wear this all the time. And they had a black one with the boy bear in a dinner jacket with a hot chocolate, which was like the official Christmas one, but I thought I wouldn't really wear black and red other than at Christmas, so I got that one and I'm really happy with it. Okay, so we're going to dive in, and I'm not going to tell you who got what, just because there are some things that maybe I haven't collected up here that I've forgotten or are around the house, and I wouldn't want to miss anyone out, and then for that person to see this video and be like, oh, she didn't mention me or my gift. It would just be an oversight, and I wouldn't want anyone to take that the wrong way. So lots of people gave me like a bag with several things in, and some of them have been distributed around the house. There are edible things that we've started, or vouchers that are in the office or whatever. So this is most of it, but I might have forgotten a couple of things, especially like my stocking fillers. The way we do Christmas is that I do the stockings for my husband, my dad, my two daughters, and my Martha, my teenager who's 16, takes the lead on doing the stocking for me, because her dad, you know, her dad is not going to be like the best at doing a stocking, but they do go out and buy stocking fillers together. So I had a lot of proper presents in my stocking, like, I mean, this was in my stocking. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. That's quite an expensive product, and it's just a tradition that even though I buy it for myself throughout the year, they buy me a jar for Christmas. And so I had nice things like that in my stocking, but some of them are in the bathroom already and spread out around the house. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to say who got what, but that was just an example. So let's dive in. I'm just going to do it in the order of like categories. So home, kitchen type things. I got one of the White Company winter candles and the white ceramic dish that fits it, but that's downstairs. I had a smaller one of these without all the fruits and things in on a silver candlestick, and you know what, I never burn them because they look so festive with the red ribbon on. I end up just like leaving them like this, and I am going to burn them in January. I'm going to start burning them probably when I take the Christmas things down. I enjoy the Christmas decorations part of Christmas. It's up there in the top 2 or 3 things about Christmas for me, and I know it's pathetic and juvenile, but I'm the same every year, even though I'm in my mid-40s. I walk up the stairs where there are fairy lights and greenery, and I look at my tree in the kitchen, I look at my tree in the living room, and my heart is panging with the thought that in less than a week they are coming down. And I know it's all about you only enjoy it because it's there for a little while, but it just seems to have gone really quick this year. Put all the decks up like around the 1st of December, and it just seems like it hasn't been a month that they've been up, and I'm really sad. So anyway, the point is, when the Christmas decorations come down, I make a real effort with candles, flower arrangements, things like that, to try and zhuzh up the very boring looking house. And we're also about to have loads of work done in the kitchen downstairs and laying new floors and stuff, so it's going to be chaos. But in the meanwhile, I've bought some artificial flowers, and this is gonna, yeah, things like this, and just making the table look nice. That's lovely. I will say who this is from, because my dad doesn't know what to get everybody, so we go shopping together, and I help him to choose something for my husband and the girls. I sort of direct him a bit, and then we were looking for me, and he said, what do you want? And honestly, when people ask me that point blank, I'm like, I don't know. But we went into Lakeland, the kitchen shop, and we were looking around, and I saw this, and I was like, just drawn to it. So this is a little casserole dish, and it's by Prue Leith. I didn't know there was Prue's World. So this is for the stove, for the oven, dishwasher proof oven and microwave safe. It is ceramic. I have Le Creuset pans, and there isn't any room for them in the cupboard, so they live like out on my hob. I have a really wide, shallow one. I have a big, like, is it the 24 centimetre one? And that's great for family meals. And I had a little 20 centimetre one, which was pale blue, a limited edition colour from years ago, but it got really burnt inside, and it was not salvageable. And this is about the same size, and I just love the red because it's Christmassy, but also it looks pretty on my cooker. It's got a dimpled lid so that the steam drips back in and stops the food drying out. It comes with a leaflet with like how to use it. I'm imagining, because it's just straight up ceramic. Normally when I start casseroles, I fry things off like onion and garlic or whatever, or brown meat. I mean, I made chicken and dumplings last night. I wouldn't do any sauteing really in here. I think this is the sort of thing to cook rice pudding, baked steamed sponges maybe, small Asian, she's got a recipe for an Asian soup, a prawn sweet and sour thing, which is the sort of thing I should be eating in January, just light. Anyway, if I spend this much time on each item, we'll be here all day. But I just think it's so cute, and I wouldn't have got a look at that design on there. It's very Scandi. I wouldn't have got this for myself, and I said to Dad, I would really love that. So I knew what I was getting from him because I chose it myself, but really lovely gift. This is great. This was sent in the mail. This is, I've used this once, but you know what? There are so many Christmas glasses and mugs out. There's no room in the cabinet. So I'm keeping it in the box. And then when the kitchen is like a bit reorganized after Christmas, I could put this just in with the glasses. It's one of those big, like, it's really comfy to hold. A gin and tonic glass. It says B. Rachel's Gin and Tonic. And I have had a big fat gin and tonic in there just the once, and it's really a pleasure to drink out of. So that's nice. I love personalised things, and you know, the fact that someone went to the trouble to order it ahead of time with your name on it is just really thoughtful. So those are some homey things. suddenly, it's funny, in the run up to Christmas, I wasn't really into cooking and baking. It was like a chore. I didn't do that much Christmas baking. I didn't make my bûche Noël. I ended up buying one and it was horrible from M&S, really dry. And I didn't do Christmas cookies because we got given so many tins of biscuits and stuff that I was just like, we don't need more. And in the kind of 2 weeks leading up to Christmas, I felt a bit busy, even with the way things are, just with errands to do with Christmas and picking things up and wrapping and cleaning the house and stuff. I just didn't really want to do any like leisurely, you know, when you cook for pleasure and you spend an afternoon baking or something like that. I haven't really been into that. And suddenly from like yesterday, I've had an itch to cook from scratch more. And I got this, the new Nigella book. So that is gonna give me some, I love cookbooks for just inspiration of I don't always follow just recipes. It's like, oh, that's a good idea, you know. And then there's just so many things in here I want to make. So yeah, that was my cookbook that I got. Oh my God, where am I going to put all this? Another homey thing, I got a Jo Malone candle, and they're just presented so nicely. The pomegranate noir, really one of my classic favourites, especially for this time of year. So that was a lovely, thoughtful gift, and they're something that I do buy myself, but I always feel a bit guilty because they're really pricey. So when someone gifts you it, you really get to enjoy it because it was a present. And also from Jo Malone, I got one of these festive like gift crackers, and this one has a mini cologne of peony and blush suede, a body and hand wash, and a little body cream. So if we get to travel again, hopefully this summer, I can put these in like a travel wash bag. I've already shown you, I got my favourite, especially when my skin's dry in winter, Charlotte's Magic Cream. And also from Charlotte Tilbury, I received a full size of my favourite setting spray, which is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I had the smaller size and it's nearly empty. And a friend was like saying that she just couldn't think of what to get me. So I mentioned a couple of things and she got me both of them. And I was just saying, well, if you can't think of anything, I would really love a bottle of this. She remembered, which is so sweet. So this is like, it's not like an Urban Decay one where it really locks your makeup on. I use it a bit before my foundation, almost to rehydrate, because it may have been a while since I did my moisturiser, and then a bit afterwards as well. And it just softens the look of makeup if it looks a bit harsh, like you can see where there's powder or anything. And it's really moisturisy. It's just really nice. It doesn't have a strong smell or anything. Has it got alcohol in it? Because all of the setting sprays I've tried have often got alcohol and then they dry your skin out. I don't think it has. It's got glycerin in it, aloe vera. Lots of things I think that a little bit of alcohol, but it's right at the bottom of the ingredients, meaning it's a very small amount. Shower gels. I've got loads of shower gels. I got in my stocking Snow Fairy. I love this at this time of year, and it is limited. You can only get it. It just smells like ridiculous pink sugary candy, but it's just something where like me and my daughter always have this at this time of year. And then this one is Sleepy, which I love, which is really relaxing if you have a nighttime shower, and that's like a lavendery kind of purple one. Really nice, those two. And I also got this cocoa foaming shower gel from Chanel. I don't know that I'm massively a cocoa person. I had the fragrance when I was a teenager and then when I got it again a couple of years ago, I got it through nostalgia because I had it when I was younger, and it smelled quite strong. And then I ended up getting the Noir, the more kind of oriental one, and finding them both just too heady for me, just like number 5's too heady. But I think I will enjoy it in a shower gel because it's different and it's not as intense, and you rinse it away. So it's a quite nice rich fragrance for winter. And Chanel shower gels are very luxurious, creamy formulas that don't dry your skin out, so that's nice. Okay, on to a few last little bits and then we'll do books. This is really nice. I got this little stationery stuff from a friend. It's like it's like straw or rattan, like little box full of, like, I assume these are sticky notes or notepad, and 2 nice pens to go with it, all from Kate Spade. Really like, this is the sort of thing that you really enjoy but you wouldn't buy yourself, so I really like that. And then like other stationery things that were really cute were, I just like things like this, like, because I like writing down, like if I'm listening to the radio and they talk about a book, I want to jot it down or something. A notebook with a pen attached with the bee on it, and a little cosmetic bag with a bee on it. You can never have too many of these. And at the moment, especially after Christmas, I'm thinking there's going to be, it's terrible at the minute. I mean, it's superficially clean, but there's just closets that need organising, makeup drawers that are a hot mess, my bathroom cabinet is a hot mess. Things like this are really good when you're organising. Maybe you could put all your hair ties in one, or yeah, so that's really useful. And then this is really cool. It's a planner and it's got my name on it. It's been customised, B. Davis, and it's covered in sausage dogs. It's by Papier, and it doesn't have dates on it, so you can use it any year, I believe. And you can set goals and reflect on your goals every 4 weeks and stuff like that. So I do like these productivity journals. If you have got goals in mind in the new year, then they're kind of helpful to keep you on track. And then another sausage dog thing is one of these. I really like these. One of these fold out Christmassy shopping bags. I don't know if I'm going to use it now because he has got Santa hat on and a little Christmas jumper. I might put this, oh, this is what I do. All the Christmas jumpers, Christmas socks, Christmas pyjamas get put away. Well, not the Christmas pyjamas so much, because especially with the kids, they won't fit them next year maybe. I put a lot of the Christmassy things away, and then when we get them out again next year, it's really exciting. So like, I put all the Christmas books and stories away. Otherwise, they're just boring to CC. When Christmas comes around, she really misses them again. So I probably will put this in with that stuff, because I'm not going to use a Christmas shopping bag when it's not Christmas. And then two last kind of cozy winter things, which I love. I have got like 3 pairs of slippers. I can't be just having one pair of slippers. I have a pair in the bathroom. I have a pair downstairs so that when I come in, I take my shoes off. I need to put my slippers straight on. And I really fancied a pair of really warm slipper socks that you could curl up on the sofa with. Whereas I sometimes take my slippers off if I curl up on the sofa because I've been walking around on them. My friend got me these really festive-y, but they're not specifically Christmas if you look at them. They're fine for whenever. They've got no trees on them or whatever. I love the colours. They've got sticky bits on the bottom so you don't slip. They're just really warm and comfy. I actually fell asleep and went to bed with these on the other day and my feet were roasting. But they're just really nice and comfy. Again, I would never buy myself that, so that's really lovely. And then last of all, before we do the books, I got this lovely cashmere kind of neutral check scarf from a friend, and you can't have too many scarves. And ever since I kind of added my last 2 acne scarves, I swore that I'd never buy any more scarves. So, but I like having a new scarf, and I sometimes get bored of the ones I've got. So this just really goes with, I'm into a lot of cream and beige at the minute, and she knows that. So that's a really lovely, thoughtful gift. And also, like, I've got a couple of scarves that are just so massive, especially the acne ones, and thick and hot that you can only wear them when it is bitterly cold. This you could wear. It's cashmere and it's warm, but it's quite a fine knit, so it doesn't feel bulky when you wear it. I wore it yesterday for the first time and I really enjoyed that. So thank you, everybody. And then on to one thing before we do the books. A relation of my husband's does a lot of vouchers because they live miles away, and so sometimes when we meet up, we're able to meet up, like usually there's an annual kind of Christmas thing. There's an exchange of a lot of physical kind of presents. Excuse me, my bra's digging in. This year it was like a Barbie doll for Cece, but the rest of us got vouchers, and actually that's really nice because you can go and pick something that you would like. So we always get John Lewis vouchers as a family. Like me and Ed buy something for the house, quite a large amount voucher, but he got a Majestic wine voucher and got 1 or 2 bottles of champagne with that for New Year's Eve. And I got a White Company voucher, and I will maybe add a clip at the end or just show you on my Instagram. I went and bought I think it was meant to be Christmassy, but it's not specifically Christmassy. I bought a large, quite luxurious arrangement of faux flowers, lots of faux eucalyptus, white berries. So I think it will look nice as a winter arrangement. My house is really warm and I feel like flowers just perish very quickly here because we've had the heating on quite a bit because we were all indoors more often than we were before when we were more busy in previous years. So I had seen this arrangement and it was very expensive, and it has come down by 30% in the sale. So I used my voucher to get that, and that was a very nice and felt like a treat because I would probably not have bought it for myself. Anyway, on to the books. So the first book I got was this little pocket RBG Wisdom. I really like these little books for the coffee table and stuff. And I have like a Dolly Parton one and a Chanel one. And as you probably by now all know, I was a really big fan of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And there's just loads of little quotes on different things. Quite interesting, informative, and just gives you pause for thought. So that was a really lovely gift. Again, the person must have known how much I like RBG. Some fiction now. This was a really nice, thoughtful gift. And luckily, and quite unusually, I didn't have any of these. So I'm a big fan of the Richard and Judy Book Club because I feel like they recommend really good reads, but reads that are, on the whole, pretty accessible. So not the kind of fiction that is, you know, let's face it, there's all different kinds of books. And I do sometimes try to really push myself and read literature that I find a bit more challenging. But I do find, my leg's gone completely numb. What am I trying to say? Spit it out, B. There are a lot of books that I buy and I really struggle to read, but they are really good, like Hilary Mantel, A.S. Byatt, you know, those kind of very well-crafted, complex, challenging reads. But Richard and Judy, they pick things that are well written, but they're really accessible, and they have really gripping plots that really pull you through the book anyway. So they've recently had their 10-year anniversary selection, and I am working my way through those. And then they do like a they've just got now at the moment a winter bundle, which is like their 6 recommended reads for this season, the new reads. Whereas they've just kind of been talking about, up until Christmas, their 12 all-time out of the ones they'd recommended over 10 years, they picked their 12 all-time best. And a lot of their podcast episodes have been sort of talking to those authors or having a few guests on like a panel and talking about a couple of those titles. Anyway, two of these are, they're all Richard and Judy recommendations. 2 of these are new, and one is, I think, part of that all-time, I'm not sure, but they are basically, if you go on the Richard and Judy Book Club website, there are lists, and there are also like romance, crime, thriller, different categories if you're looking for inspiration for titles to try. So the first one, I love crime and murder type books. The first one's by Peter Swanson, Rules for Perfect Murders, which Anthony Horowitz says is fiendish good fun. If you want to get away with murder, play by the rules. This is about a guy who wrote a list of his 8 favourite fictional murders. He's in the mystery bookshop club thing, or he writes a blog, and he talks about his favourite famous ones like the ABC murders from Agatha Christie and stuff, and then they start happening. So that's a thriller. This one, this was one gift. They were all wrapped up together. This one is Louise Candlish, The Other Passenger. I think this seems to have similar points of reference to Girl on the Train or something, in that she's commuting like she does every day by river bus with her friend. The next day he doesn't turn up, he gets reported missing, and the police think you had something to do with it. So that's another thrillery thing. And then this one, The Silent Patient, I've wanted to read for ages. It says, Alicia Berenson lived a seemingly perfect life until one day 6 years ago when she shot her husband in the head 5 times. Since then, she has not spoken a single word. It's time to find out why. So that looks like a psychological thriller. And yeah, all things that I actually had on my book wish list, and I didn't get doubles. I always find it amazing when you don't get doubles of books, because friends that buy you books are all going to think similar things. I can't wait to read these. I read so much in winter. Okay. And 2 big fat books. Whoa. The last 2. These were definitely on my Christmas list. I didn't do a Christmas list, but they were on my internal wish list. One is Richard Osman's The Thursday Murder Club. I'm so glad I got given this. I would have bought it for myself if I'd not been given this. Richard Osman, let's get a picture of him because then you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. He is, he's like, is he the general knowledge dude on one of the, oh my God, I'm so awful. On one of the really well-known afternoon quiz things, but that's him there. Anyway, he's turned novelist now from working in TV. This is his first book. He's working on the sequel now, or it's just about to come out perhaps. Smart and funny, a beacon of pleasure, gripping. And this was the most sold book in the UK in 2020. And therefore I was just like, what is all the fuss about? I'm intrigued. It's a murder. It's got some comic kind of light touch to it. Sounds right up my street. So I had to read that. And then obviously, blimey, this is heavy. I'm a massive fan of Barack Obama, but I'm also a massive fan of political memoirs in general. We've got quite a nice collection of them now, various political figures, both UK, US. But I love presidential memoirs, prime ministerial memoirs. It's like a thing. I don't know why. I just love it. Alistair Campbell, Peter Mandelson, all those type of people, advisors as well. I like to see what goes on behind closed doors, and I don't think there's a better way than to read the person who lived that through. God almighty, I can't string two words together today. Anyway, so this is I think there's going to be a second volume. I'm not sure where this goes up to, but I have read all of Barack Obama's other books, some of which he obviously wrote before he was even president. I like the way he writes. It's very conversational and easy to get into. And yeah, I maybe shouldn't say this on YouTube, but the timing of this as well, I am very, very happy and excited to see a Democrat take up residence in the White House again. I think that's it. And that's kind of all I have to share with you. I knew this would be a long video. Anyway, take care, everybody. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2021.